worst line of the debate is not really a line from Rubio, except for what he said in the past. Here's what I mean.
When you ran for Senate in 2010, you made clear that you opposed legalization and citizenship for illegal immigrants. You promised repeatedly that you would oppose it as a U.S. Senator as well. Here are just a few examples. Watch.
Never support, never have, and never will support any effort to grant blanket legalization amnesty to folks who have entered or stayed in this country illegally.
First of all, earned path to citizenship is basically code for amnesty. It's what they call it. And the reality of it is this. It is unfair to the people that have legally entered this country to create an alternative pathway for individuals who entered illegally and knowingly did so.
You cannot grant amnesty. If the American people see us grant amnesty, they will never again believe in legal immigration. They will never again support it. And that's wrong for our country, bad for our future.
Within 2 years of getting elected, you were co-sponsoring legislation to create a path to citizenship. In your words, amnesty. Haven't you already proven that you cannot be trusted on this issue?
No, because if you look at the quote, and it's very specific, and it says blanket amnesty. I do not support blanket amnesty. I do not support amnesty.
You said more than that, sir.
No, I said I do not support blanket legalization.
You said earned path to citizenship is basically code for amnesty. You supported earned path to citizenship.
It absolutely has been. And at the time and the context of that was in 2009 and 2010, where the last effort for legalization was an effort done in the Senate. It was an effort led by several people that provided almost an instant path with very little obstacles moving forward. What I've always said is this issue does need to be solved. They've been talking about this issue for 30 years, and nothing ever happens.
Okay, I thought he got demolished there, but Ben read us analysis by Frank Luntz's focus group of 27 Republicans.
27 Republicans.
23 of them thought Marco Rubio won the debate. And as I was watching that, and what I thought was the worst line in this debate, meaning the worst exchange for Rubio, and the defining moment of why he had lost, but yet the Republican focus group says he won, I thought, oh, maybe any time the media, no matter who they are, asks a challenging question of a Republican.
That's right. That's right.
Other Republicans go, wait, don't do that. That's not fair. Yeah. When you challenge us with facts, we all hate it. Because none of us have facts. Well, so they rally to his defense.
I think I should probably cut in here because I was the one who saw through what fooled all of you. So I don't really have much to say, though. No, I do think that was a bad response. We didn't hear too much of we've had the crowd boo the moderators multiple times in Republican debates, although I don't think ever in a Democratic debate this year. And we had them boo Ted Cruz when he was implying that they were being too hard on him. So I think that's a possibility. But it wasn't shown as clearly as we've had instances of in the past. I think that was a loser for him. She defended herself. She cut in when he was trying to cloud the waters with his talk of exactly what word he said. But I don't think that was his weakest exchange.
I think Cenk is just right here. I mean, that we've reached a point where, that's why sort of our, condemnation of mainstream media questions in many of these debates are largely irrelevant. I think Democrats probably feel it sometimes too, is when I think that for every considerably tough question that you perceive Chris Cuomo was asking of Bernie Sanders, I don't think Bernie Sanders is hurt by that in any way. It may reflect something, but I think it gives these people an opportunity. And on the Republican side, the distrust is so extreme. It's been drilled into them for 35 years now. These people are liars. They have information that we don't want you to have. So quiet. All of them, and of course we know that when we talk about the mainstream media, it's a silly blanket statement because some of them are excellent. Some of them provide the key details which enable us to do these shows, and some of them are clowns. But having them gang up on your guy is a win.
Mm-hmm. It might be.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think what we're seeing here. It's so interesting that just by the definition, by the very fact that you have been rightfully attacked and shown to be a hypocrite, you get Republican support.
I think that Ben made a good point there because we know exactly how we responded a couple of times during the Democratic Forum when he would say, you're punishing them. Like it was so clearly trying to get something out of him.
But I got to say, though, there's a lot of truth in that, but it's not entirely true. And the reason I say that is that how many times have we said in a Democratic debate, that's a tough but fair question?
We have, yeah.
Right, many times, right? And so and sometimes we say that is an unfair question. So when you say, hey, you're punishing the rich, and you say the word punish 4 times, you framed it in a completely Republican way, and and are actually actively attacking him and not with the truth, right?
Yeah.
But if you say to him, hey, you know, a number of questions that has been asked of Bernie Sanders throughout all the debates, we go, fair question, tough question. I hope they ask Hillary tough questions as well. I feel like I've said that at least a dozen times. So whereas the Republicans are like, no, if you ask someone a tough question, especially if it looks like you got him. Remember, the original Megyn Kelly-Trump battle was because Megyn Kelly quoted Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like that, even that makes them super angry, right? So if they quoted Bernie Sanders, I can't see me getting angry, especially because he's there. If they quoted him out of context, he'd be able to say, hey, wait a minute, that's out of context.
Yeah,
and here's
they misquote. You're a self-described socialist.
Right.
That's a misquote.
And they ask tough questions to Bernie Sanders about his gun record. And he sometimes he has an okay answer and sometimes he doesn't have a very good answer.
Yeah.
Right? And that's totally fair.
Yeah.